My dad and I were out fishing in the middle of the ocean when he cut the engine and told me to dump the bait. I lifted the cooler lid expecting fish guts and instead found white bricks taped up and stacked all the way to the top. Dad clapped my shoulder, grinning ear to ear. I've been running coke for the cartel for 20 years, mijo, and now that you're done with school, it's time you joined the family business. 2 days later, he handed me a backpack with a brick inside and pointed at a house across town. All you gotta do is knock once, hand it over, and walk straight back to the car. He waited in the driver's seat while I walked up to the porch. The door swung open, and a little kid in dinosaur pajamas was standing there holding a juice box. "Are you the doctor my mom called?" Behind him, his mom was face down on the carpet with a glass pipe an inch from her hand. The kid stepped aside to let me in, and I just stood there frozen on the welcome mat with a brick of coke in my backpack that had honked from the driveway. So I set the package on a table by the door and walked back to the car without saying anything. I watched the house shrink in the side mirror until we turned the corner and the kid disappeared from view. Dad clapped my shoulder again, grinning ear to ear. "That's my boy Mijo." He was still humming when we pulled into the driveway. That night, I sat alone in my car staring at Dad's boat hitched to the truck. I kept seeing that kid in the doorway holding his juice box, and all I could think about was how Mom raised me better than this. I pulled out my phone and called the DEA tip line. I gave them the marina, the boat, and the time. At sunrise, Dad whistled the whole way down the dock, fired up the engine, and pointed us toward open water. He grinned at me from behind the wheel. "Today, mijo, you're gonna do the dump yourself." I lifted the cooler lid, and that's when the Coast Guard came over the radio. 3 boats boxed us in within seconds, and they had Dad cuffed face down on the deck before he could finish a sentence. He kept his eyes on me the whole time, scanning my face like he was searching for an answer. "Mijo, who would do this to us?" I lifted up my phone so he could see the DEA hotline still up on the screen. "Me." The grin slid off his face for the first time all morning. Dad spent 20 years teaching me how to dump the bait. He never realized I was the bait.